All right. What is up, gang? It is August 16th. Is that right? Have I got that right? Oh. It's the 15th. I'm sorry. August 15th. It's a Thursday. Here over in the Ozarks, it's kind of foggy, a little gloomy, very humid as always. But today we're going to talk about UFC 305, specifically the main event. We got Israel, the style bender, Adesanya, versus Dricus du Plessis. I don't know if he has a nickname. DDP. I don't really like that nickname because I grew up watching wrestling, so that makes me think of Diamond Dallas Page. But give you my thoughts on what I think is going to happen. So I'm taking Israel in this fight, and here's why. I don't know how Dricus keeps winning. Dricus gets beat up in every fight. He gets a swollen eye, beat up face. Now, there is something to be said about some people show damage more easily than others. George St. Pierre is a very, very good example of that. But when I watch Dricus, man, I just feel like he's sloppy, and a lot of his striking is just so elementary. He's still like blinking and flinching when people come at him. It looks very, very weird, but there's no denying his intent to keep trying and keep going forward and things like that, and to keep going. And that seems to be what serves him well. I feel like this fight is going to look a lot like who was it? It was Israel and why am I wanting to say Kevin Randleman? Oh my God, Kelvin Gastelum. I feel like this Dricus du Plessis versus Israel is going to look a lot like Kelvin versus Israel, which, if y'all remember, in Kelvin versus Israel, it was actually a pretty close fight till the last round. Israel just, in the last minute, going into the last round, that's the one where Israel infamously, the camera shines on him and he's staring at Kelvin and he says, "I'm ready to die for this." It's that fight. And then in that last round, Israel came out specifically in the last minute and just created a gap in talent right then. He just started slapping Kelvin around. I don't think he ever finished Kelvin. It was a miracle that Kelvin stayed alive. But I anticipate something like that. I do see a way Dricus du Plessis wins. And the way Dricus du Plessis can beat Israel Adesanya is he pins him on the cage and stays there. Not get to the cage and take him down, not take him down and lay on him. It's put Israel's back against the cage and keep your weight on him for 5 rounds. That's how I see Dricus being able to beat Israel. I feel like one of Israel's weak spots, so when Israel first got in the game, or first came to UFC and we were all looking at him, we were all like, all they gotta do is take him down. All they gotta do is take him down. All they gotta do is take him down. Then we quickly found out that he could get right back up. He'd fix little things. The one hole I feel like he hasn't fixed is there's a couple different areas when his back's against the cage, I just don't feel like he's the advantage fighter most of the time. Now someone might sit there and be like, well, anyone with their back against the cage is the advantage fighter. No, they're not. Look up Anderson Silva. All right. I feel like Israel is aware of that gap in his game and has probably extensively worked on it since his last outing. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, we could be looking at Israel getting his leg humped for 5 rounds and losing. But I think what's going to happen is Israel is going to use his reach and he is going to ping Dricus du Plessis' head. I don't think we're going to see Israel go forward a lot. I think he's going to try to make Dricus do it, and he's just going to try to counterfight. And it's probably going to go well as long as he doesn't get his back stuck against the cage, as long as he can circle out on his counters. I feel like it's going to go really well for Izzy. I might, before the end, make a round prediction or something, but honestly, right now, I see it 5-round decision. I'd say probably 4-1 Izzy. That would be my prediction. So, those are my thoughts. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet today. Those are my thoughts on UFC 305. I got Israel Adesanya beating Dricus du Plessis. As long as Israel keeps his back off the cage, he's going to do fine. I feel like Dricus' only hope is to put Israel against the cage. Don't take him down. Fight with Israel on the cage and putting your weight on him. What are y'all's thoughts? What do y'all think of that?